yeah. What's going on? I waited around. It's Josh and Charles. They're done, aren't they? Boom, baby. Oh yeah. What's happening, everybody? What's happening? Thank you, Lulu. Okay, my friends. Okay, what's going on? Everybody having a good weekend? Good to see you. Y'all just don't know the amount of cables I have under me. There we go. Oh yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on, what's going on? What's going on? Boom, baby, boom. Sal Alamante, my friend. What's up, brother? Ow! Too cold in Texas. What's that old Mark Chestnut song? Any country boys in here? It's too hot to fish, too hot to golf, and too cold at home. Too hot to fish, too hot for golf, and too cold at home. That's right. Oh man, you gotta appreciate some '90s country, guys. Little Mark Chestnut for you there. That's right. Country Panther, come on now. What's been going on this weekend, y'all? What y'all doing? Staying warm? Got who's got snow? She Gordon, you got snow? Snow in Virginia. We got snow last night. Rained all day, washed it all off, and now ice is coming. It's supposed to be an ice storm, so we'll see. I can breathe out my nose finally to a point. Been using nasal spray, everything under the sun. Canada, almost 40 centimeters of snow. Eye on the dolls, come on now. Come on now. What does that even mean? We ain't on the metric system. How many inches is that? Coming in here with centimeters. I'm just playing, Iona. I'm just playing. I just thought it was funny. Remember back in grade school when they told you everything was going to be in meters? Alistair, see all of my Canadian friends in here talking centimeters. How many inches is that? What is that? Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? That's right. Go get her. Let's get. I shorted Bitcoin today. I don't know if you guys been watching it. Well, I shorted Sui alongside of Bitcoin, and I've been watching. Been watching the futures here. So futures I played a little bit of futures a minute ago. Futures dropped hard, and we've ran back up to rebound and test Friday's lows. Looks to me like so far it's a reject. Could make its way back up towards Friday, midday Friday. There's a lot of volume. A lot of volume in here. Could come back to the POC. Same place for Thursday. So we'll see what happens throughout the night. I feel you, go getter. So I've been watching the futures a little. Let me get Webull pulled up. Missed everybody. I wanted to some stuff over the weekend. Live, I'm telling you, I've been so sick. I have been so sick. And then my stomach got sick last night. I got sick at my stomach last night. I'll just leave it at that. After having all the sinus stuff, golly, I'm finally feeling like a new man. SNG, I just dabble a little on futures. I do it on Robinhood. I've been doing my futures on Robinhood. So I don't do funded accounts and all that stuff. I just use my Robinhood account. Tickle a little bit around with it. I don't do a whole lot. I used to. I'm so thirsty. It is so cold, Molly. Too cold at home. That's right. Yeah, let's get them likes up, y'all. Let's get them likes up. So I don't know if you know this, guys. Any of my Webull people in here, I'm going to show you something right quick. Little tutorial for you. Make sure. Can you guys see my Webull screen now? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Here's the default. Let me get rid of all my drawings on here. On Webull, on your chart, any of these windows, you can go to your 3 hamburger lines up here, people call them, and you can maximize any window on Webull. So we'll just go to the chart for a moment, just maximizing the chart. Of course, you can turn night session off and on down here. That's the 24-hour session. But now Webull has the ability to change your background colors. Okay. So I'm going to right click on my chart and go to chart settings. It has the ability to change your pre-market and after hours background colors. Let me say. So I right click, I go to chart settings and up under appearance. I always remove grid lines and check interval. And here on pre-market background, you know how on TradingView, you know, we've got let me turn all this stuff off so you can see. There you go. So we've got like a brown, a blue, and a black background, right? So this is pre-market, after hours, normal trading hours. So now on Webull, instead of just gray in the middle, you right-click, go to chart settings, and you can do custom background colors for after hours, and pre-market. And you just click on your color. And you can fade the opacity down at the bottom. That's pretty close to TradingView there. Now let's do post-market, which is after hours. I think it's more like that. And then I'll leave the overnight session kind of grayed out, just a light gray. There we go. That's pretty cool. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Makes it look a little neater. You can tell what's pre-market, what's that. So if you don't have nighttime mode, you know that that's pre-market, that's after hours, that is normal trading hours. So hopefully that helps you guys. Cool. I don't care what degree it is. I'm wearing shorts. I like this guy, Chris. I like that. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, let's look at the first. Where's my. So, and then to go back out of full screen on Webull, see how close that is to TradingView? It seems to me like I've been watching Microsoft too. I kind of like that better. Webull, that's pretty cool. Okay, then I just restore and go back to normal view. All right. Let's do Mr. Clean. I hope I got some $1 million plays, brother. I was looking at this. Okay. RDW. Now, you're going to see on a weekly time frame here on RDW, this is what's caught my attention. Guys, look at the volume that's stepping into this. Look at this. A lot of nice volume stepping into this on the weekly. Now, this doesn't mean it's ready for breakout, but it has definitely got my eye. We are sitting on the cusp of 60 here on the RSI. I'm going to set an alert at like 61 or 62 on my RSI over here. And I'm also going to set an alert on the MACD just over the 0 line. So if she starts getting up through there, I know. Now, if we run a profile on this, let's check this out for a moment. You'll see we are already dabbling with breakout here. So often what will happen when we get this, we get a pullback, right? I'm going to watch for it if it gives the pullback at the top of this shelf right in here about 11.50. So that's about $1 down. If we want to draw this to a 15, I want to see. I'd like to see 12 hold. If not, we could move back down into some of this from this past week. It's been a nice move up. So I'm going to watch for a pullback on it. And go back to the daily just for a moment here. If we get this pullback into 1150, 1130 area, I may start a position there. If it was to hold 1240 and I start a position, I got to respect a stop loss, guys. So I really want it. If we lose 1250 and regain it, it would become breakout again. And it's got a nice move up to about 1650 here. Right there. High concentration of volume right there. But there is nothing in between. Not much market structure for us to have to fight with on the way up. So if momentum becomes our friend here, this thing could start cooking. It could draw back towards $10. The bottom of this shelf right in here, that would be consistent with this past week's lows. So if we go back on a 1 hour, look at the lows for the week. Let's see here, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So down here, that has held. Look at here, guys. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Right there. Okay. So 950, 960. We could get a pullback to there. I'd rather hold this upper range of this. There's some decent consolidation all through here. Okay. We could pull back to the top of this shelf around this neighborhood here. Let's see what we got. 1130, right in there. We could get to the top of this whole shelf of volume and bounce. We could test the bottom of it. We'll see. See what it gives us. I'll be watching for entry at 1130, or if we get the pullback towards 950, 10 area, I may get a position in there. And I would use just under 950 for a stop out if I got into it right there. So you got it ahead of time. You see what I'm looking at. I like the daily. I like the weekly a lot. And if I really dialed this in, I sort of saw this cup and handle, but it may have already played out, honestly. I don't know. It's got that look to it down through here. You see that? And this wedge, and it's breaking up out of it. So that's a bullish formation. I sort of like it. Reminds me a little bit of serve. So we'll see what we get. Breaking 1250 and over is a breakout trigger to me for a target of 1650. Okay. There you go, my friends. All right. Let's get Netflixed. What's going on? Did I miss something? Golfer Dad? What is it, Golfer Dad? Golfer Dad, I responded to somebody today that asked me that. I don't know if it was you or not, but I did respond. So when I get you can either email me, I'll send it to you now, or tomorrow, which is what I told everybody, they will send me the entire list of the whole email list, and I send it all out at one time on Monday. Okay, brother? You can believe if anybody's going to respond to you in this Discord, it will be me. You have already emailed me. There you go, brother. Go check your email. All right. Netflix. Let's get it. Guppy in the house. ¿Qué pasa, René? ¿Qué pasa? No problem, golfer dad. No problem. All right, let's hit Netflix here, guys. Mike, do you have a Samurai? I do. If you want to email me, I did a class on it yesterday. Netflix. I preached $82 for several weeks. I hope everybody was eyeballing it. But I am also going to tell you that doesn't mean we're out of the woodwork here yet on Netflix. Okay. This weekly has plenty of room down if we break under this structure. This structure is weak compared to this structure down here. But it is it has been respected numerous times. 82, 82, 82. That's why I had it on my chart. It was a pretty foreshore bounce, but I got to get a solid move back up through 40 for this to get some legs on it. And then we're also going to have to. I'm going to reevaluate this this trip down on the daily here. Watch this. So let's do a profile from the bottom to this top. Okay, and we're going to see what we got to deal with on the way back up. Now, this is how I often do this. We had some consolidation here between 97 down to 93. Just to be honest with you, this bounce up is probably an easy shot. Don't have much more up. Maybe 92, 91, 92. Top of this shelf would be about it before running into some issues. then 95. Right there. About $98. To get a sizable run, we'd have to break 98. But this can bounce on back towards $90, maybe 91 before you'll see rejection. You'll see rejection up in here. And I would not one bit be surprised for this RSI to shoot to 40 and come back down one more time. This would be the test of a higher low, and it would be the test of bullish divergence coming into momentum. I need the MACD to completely flip down here. It's not yet, and it's got a long way back to the zero line. So don't get overly bullish yet on Netflix. This is not a run back to 150 right now. I think we test these lows one more time, and then we'll see if it holds. Okay? I cannot keep up with the comments, guys. Yeah, I'm going to hit USAR, guys. Hopefully everybody caught that last week with me. Oh, my God. She's gone. Yep, she's gone. There you go. If you've not forgotten, was it last Sunday I gave this to y'all? At 19? Come on, man. That's a move. That's a move. I believe I gave it at $19 or $19.50. Okay. Yeah, this is a blow off move, man. I'm not saying it's over, but that's put the 4 hour all the way to 82 on RSI. So I'd say it's got 33 in the tank before you get between 33 and 34 before you get totally run into some issues. That's sort of what I would look at. Okay, there's a hard copy on Netflix, everybody. Hopefully you got it. Trying to see if anything else is moving overnight. MP's also moving. Okay. Let me get USAR for you. I think back here was my original target. We just passed that in the overnight session, 29.50. So price is up here now. Right here is current price in the overnight session. This has moved through all resistances here. I'd be anxious to see in the morning what the daily RSI goes to. I would dare say 85 to 90. It's going to be a blowout move. Let me get a 4 hour here. Right there, guys. 32, about 32.50. That would be your target. So I would call it 33. I wouldn't be surprised to hit 33, come back and back test something down through here. I see before we had structure here, which is obviously what we just blew through. Prices here. I think it could get to 33. I gave this at 1950. So hopefully everybody got some of that. Hopefully you played it a few times. It's been a nice one. I wish I could have tracked it better. I didn't do as good a job as I could have, but it was an absolute beast. Okay. So watch out for these things. Don't hop in. Don't hop in at the top. If you do, you got to use a stop loss. You absolutely have to use a stop loss if you do. Okay. All right. Let me get the comments back here. Can you check? Was buying these? Oh yeah, NOW. Yeah, let's check that. It's not doing anything overnight. Oh, okay. This will be interesting. Oh yeah, okay. Is earnings this week? This Wednesday, huh? Could be an earnings play here. What are the options like? Uh, what in the world? March 20th. March 20th. It closed about 133. So the March calls. I'd say the 135s or the 140s. Yeah. $135s. What's the 140s here? 2,400. Spread's not terrible on them. It's a pretty good chart. There's the 30-minute. There's the 1 hour. Maybe. If I were going to play options on this thing, I would probably go with the 135 or the 140 in March if you're going to swing these. I'm not sure. This is January 30th, so the 135s for February 20th don't look bad either. Yeah. I like that chart. It's about to get tasty up through there. If there's no structure on the way down, just like you got this blowout move down here on a retrace. I mean, we did make a lower high up here, but there's still a lot of room to retrace on this. So we go to a daily. We're getting a flip on the RSI and a flip on the MACD prematurely. Nothing confirmed, but I do like the look of that. I mean, just back to the top. It's a pretty easy shot back to 153, man. Lot of gap through here, a lot of room through here. I'm gonna trip back up. I would be conservative and say over 135. I can't remember whoever asked for this chart. I would say over 135 that you've got a decent shot back towards 152. That's what I say. You got a couple of areas in between of stuff to deal with, but I think it's got some upside. Watch 40 on the RSI. That's how I'd go with it. Let me get my comments back up, guys. I know I'm falling behind probably. Oh, Lord. What's up, John Cox? Oh. I'll try to look at Oklo. What's up, J187? Yeah, AMD. We need to look at AMD. It's been hot. Gold, silver, and copper. Are they ripping overnight? Yeah, they pumped again, huh? Well, silver did, huh? Sure did. Sure did. Let's get AMD. AMD, I called this pretty nice over the past week or two. I did a video 2 weeks ago, I think, on AMD. Look at that move. I think I got it right. Now, AMD could Could do a couple. Let's look at the daily here. Daily was getting pretty hot. It has maintained look at this range on AMD, y'all. Now, you all tell me, where are we at? So here's the thing. We have returned back to all-time highs. It's got room up, but at this point, if you're not already in it on a swing trade, you got to break out now. You got to wait for breakout. And that's 268 basically. You can play it as breakout over 268. At least a 5 to 15 minute candle breaking over and closing for more upside on AMD. And then we need like a 1 hour candle to close over it. Now, the 1 hour to me was fading off on momentum on Friday. So I would almost look for some consolidation up here and a pullback on AMD. I'm taking my time with it, I know, guys, but I want to get it right. Here's the whole week. Here's the POC for the week. If I were going to swing AMD or try to take it long, I would want to back test into this between 250 down to 249. If AMD loses 249 this week, we could return down to the next level, down in 240, 238 area. Early in the morning, if we were to lose this shelf again here, right there, 258 could scalp right here to 256. Under 256 has a way to fall. You could be running back into some of this, 254. There's not much to hold it there. Right there, 253. Right here is Thursday's POC at 253.50. So those will be my two levels for scalping. Right here, 258 breaks. I could scalp to 256, 253, and then 250. That would be my scalp levels. Otherwise, price has to reclaim Friday's POC. Back over 259.80. For a move back up to 264. Top of that shelf. Okay. Everybody got that? Snapshot it if you want to. That would be scalp levels for tomorrow. I think AMD might cool off, could cool off for a day. Or you wait, be patient, and take a breakout of highs. Early entry would be like 264. Anything over 264 could get you back to 268. That would be my high right there. Now, that point, you're looking for breakout for new price discovery on AMD. Okay, I'll move on. Everybody good with that? Thank you, Steve something. Yeah, I agree. SNG admin. I think it needs to consolidate, pull back a little bit. USAR just spiked a little bit. No, I think it spiked a lot. It's flatlining now at 29.50. It is completely flatlined. The 5-minute RSI hit 95. Oh, man. Okay. Let me think here. Meta. Yeah, we can look at Meta. Let's do that. That's been a rocket. I would probably stay away from that. For a day or so. I had Meta like this. I think that's about how I had it. There we go. Now that could be accurate. I guess this is a little subjective how you draw this. Could be more like that with a little more room up on Meta. But I had that bounce dialed in pretty doggone close on that trend line right there. So, I've screamed Meta for quite some time under the 200 EMA for long-term shares. So I hope everybody's listened. That's been since October till now. If you bought $50 or $100 a week of Meta, you would have an average of about 630. You would be up quite a bit on your shares. So hopefully everybody's been, I scalp and day trade a lot, but that's the smallest piece of my portfolio. It's just what I do for the community. And if you're not taking a portion of your income each week and putting it into long-term blue chip stocks, you're missing out greatly. You're missing out, okay? Papa, I'll go look at Bitcoin in just a moment. Yeah, I'll hit Oklo, Spence. I'll hit Oklo in just a second. So, here it is on Meta. To me, this is a couple things. It's like a big double bottom W pattern with the neckline right here. So this is breakout at like 670, 7 right in there is your breakout. And then I want to break the trend line too also. And I think the way Josh does this is like from here to the bottom. You put it on top. That's about your target, which would make sense with these previous highs up in here at 762. So that's how I see it. I know that's ugly, but breakouts here about 677. Right in there, pretty close. That's breakout on Meta. Now check this out. Check your RSI and MACD. MACD still, even after this bounce, it's still not through the zero line. We're just now about to get an early buy signal. What have we got here, though? Somebody tell me what we do have here. We got some bullishness in our momentum, right? I think our momentum's flipping for us on Meta. So I like it for breakout now. If you didn't take the bounce, and Josh called this beautiful. I did. I can't take credit on this one, but I bought the first one here at $5.95 or so for that first run up. We back tested that basically, not to the penny, but to the zone. We back tested it. So if Meta breaks out here, great. We're moving up. We'll probably get through the zero line. If we can't get over this level, then we could look at doing this number here, right? And then getting out. That's sort of how I look at it. So hopefully that helps everybody a little bit. What's this calling for? This isn't even picking it up. So, all right. Get my drawings off there. That's Meta. Let me look at Oklo. A few people's talked about Oklo. Ronnie, what was I cannot ever remember your name. Veronica. Now I remember it. Which broker lets you buy partial shares? Pretty much any of them. It's just when Dom, I'll try to look at CELH. It's just when you do your buy order, you change shares to the dollar amount. So where it says quantity, let me make sure my stuff's not okay here. Right here on Webull under trade, you would select, if you were doing market or limit, let's say we did market. You can do percentage or dollar amount or shares. So if I wanted to do shares, 20, 30, whatever, or I can just change this to dollar amount. And then I could just say, hey, I want $10. I want 20 or $100, $50, whatever. This is just fractional shares of the stock. And pretty much, I think any modern brokerage allows you to do that. I know Robinhood does. Ricky, I short on Blowfin. I think that's going to be one of my classes in March. I'm going to do a Blowfin class. Thank you, Juan. Thank you. I am feeling a lot better. So yeah, you can do fractional shares on just about everything. I don't know about the legacy brokers, but Schwab and Fidelity, I guess you can over there. So Oklo here, I'm not digging it at the moment. I think it's coming on down again. Probably going to test $70. Or the 200 EMA is right there. If the 200 is respected, I mean, you could be getting like a inverse head and shoulders through here. That's possible. Right here, up. And then if you broke out a 112, 113 for the breakout, or you consolidate and base here for a little while and let it build support. So those are my two things. If 70 is broke, probably got a little room down. Momentum's not with you here, though. You're fighting it on the daily. Okay? It is flat as a pancake here on the daily MACD. So anything can happen right here. I think it's in consolidation here, though. If I was buying this, I can buy it $17 cheaper on down here at the bottom rather than in the middle. Or if you're averaging into it and you believe into it, you know, this I would just treat the bottom as your lows. Or at the very least, from your pivot. Yeah, I like this area. There's a lot of support. There's a lot of support down through here. You've also got all the way down to 63.50. Yeah. Let's do. I think it's hunting this POC right here, man. $82. Right there. That's December's POC. I think you're heading to 82. If you break 87 here, 87.50, you're heading down to 82. And there's pretty decent support right there. So that's how I'd play Oklo. Watch your momentum. If this flips down right here, it's coming on down, brother. So 69's on the table. So right at 70, whatever that is. $70. That is also the September POC. That was a huge month for Oklo. And the POC was all the way at 69. So, yep. There you go, my friend. Dimpley Diaz 3785 KTOS. I've had that on my radar, but I think it got gone a little too far. Needs to come back. Kratos or something like that. Right back there. Right there. I bet it's coming to right in here. 105, then 90. 105. You lose 105, maybe 103. She's coming down to 90, okay? This thing's been a rocket, so you got to respect that. It's lost the 9 on the daily. It's going to test the 20. You could hop off of 105 right here once or twice and then lose it. So I think she's coming down a little bit, going to have to consolidate. But I think this could be a cool play in the future. If I got it at the right price, or if I got a test on the 200, or even the 100. Where's the 100 and the 50? So yeah, even like a test on the 50 or the 100 could be a decent place for this. Had a lot of consolidation and market structure here, tight between 70 and pretty much 81. So anywhere down through here for a bounce, like a long-term play, I could see it there. Not up here. You don't want to buy this up here like Zip Traders talking. Oh, Charlie. He has some great plays sometimes, though. Okay. What else we got on here? Jail Rohana. SMCI, yeah. I'm always watching that. Let's see here. Y'all hanging with me? Still in there? Come on. Troy. Yeah, my email's in the description of this video, brother. Hit like show more or something on the description of the video. It's at the bottom. If not, you've got my contact, I think. No problem, Troy. Okay, what was we doing? SMCI. Everybody got hot on it a few days ago, and I was holding. I didn't call it, but I was holding a small position of calls off the lows and sold for a pretty nice rip, just because I felt like it owed me. Now, I like this. I do like this area. I think we played it once successfully and then got stopped out once. So, yeah, breakout is 36. 35, 50, 36, something like that. I think that's breakout. Breakout trigger. Now, it's been a slow, ever since MACD reversed and has made its way to the zero line, it's been a slow consolidation down here on SMCI. Okay. So this it could give you a back test. I like that big volume and that big candle right here, 29.60. So anything under 29.60, $2 more down to your next support. If you're trying to get into this right now, it just tested the 9 and the 20, but it has reclaimed it, and it's over both of those moving averages. Here's the big test. It's got to get through the zero line, give us the real confirmation, and then we got to get through 60. So make yourself an alert at 60, an alert at the 0 line. And then, if price fell back to 29.50 here, I want to know. Now it'll tell us, okay? I think on the 1 hour, I don't know. Not crazy bad. It's all right, I guess. But got a decent little flag going on up here. I would probably treat this 31 as support on the short time frame. So it's kind of a 50-50 shot for me at this point. It's got to get through those upper levels, 36 being the big one. That's where a good party starts, is over that. Okay. All right. I'm running out of time, guys. I did USAR close to the beginning, Spencer, yeah. MU for my brother Joseph. Let me get MU up here. Hey guys, if you don't mind, would you you care to hit the like button for me while we're live on here? I got 300 and 160 likes. That would be cool. It'd be very cool if you did. Oh, ayo. All right. Let's get it. MU, Joseph. This bad boy is going, my friend. Decent support all the way at 383. This would be, it needs to hold this to keep the momentum going. 383. You got, it's struggling to get over this node here. 400. I would treat 400 even just because it's a psychological level. So you got to get a close over 400. That's going to be the telltale sign for MU. So bust out of 400. If you break under 382, you're getting a deeper pullback. You got more consolidation in here. See this? That's the 4 hour. The best support is all the way down here at 333 to 350, 345, something like that, 346. This is good consolidation. Up here is a little weaker. So this, you don't want to lose that 384. A little late to be getting in on that. Wouldn't be getting in on it now. If you're riding the wave up, congrats. But I'm not buying this up here. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You can, if you do, you have to play the breakout and you have to set your stop at break even, or you're just asking for trouble. Thank you, Ed. Good job, Joseph. Uh, let's see here. I feel you, baby Amby. You know, it's hard to not take profits on the way on stuff. I mean, look at this weekly. Yeah, it has much better support way down here. I'll be honest with you. This when this fails, you're gonna see a pullback, a sizable one at that. There's not much volume up here. It's a lot of hype, a lot of just parabolic moves. This thing has went ballistic. Best support at the top is really at 340. So this could lose 60 points in no time, all the way back to 340 from 400. So be safe with it. Yeah, let's look at ENPH, Veronica. Good money's good money, baby Amby. I'm trying to get all I can get, guys. ENPH. Let me see if I'm holding some. I was holding some ENPH. I played it once or twice, I think, with the community. I was up 10 or 12% the other day. If my app will ever pull up. So here's how I've got it right now. I've been charting it a little bit. Let me take the moving averages off. No 20. Only the 200. Only the 200. All right. ENPH. So this is how I've had it. Maybe I should adjust my line a little. So you can see it's trying to break out up out of this descending wedge. See that? Hopefully you see that, Veronica. This is the weekly. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, if this thing could get some volume, the only thing is fundamentally I don't think it's a great play. But I would take a run back to 50 or 60 on it easy. It's so beat down. Now, if, and this is a big if we were to close over 42 here, let's say. That's this flat top here. Maybe 44. Yeah, starting at 42. We have to close over 42. As you can see, all the trouble is down here. And we are dealing with the largest volume bar right now. 3750. We closed over that. Then I'm going to tell you 46. That's the next hurdle to get over. After 46, it gets a little easier for this to start moving. There's not as much in its way. If I do see that some volume has stepped up down here at the bottom, so I don't mind it. I'm just not crazy about the story with, I think this is solar, isn't it? Neutral analyst rating, technicals say buy. So I don't know. It's not got the big time story to go with everything. So I would say over 46, it's got room to run. If we just got back to one of these top shelves back in here, it's a pretty good run. I would just tell you it needs to maintain 30. Like, it can't lose 30 now. So that you needed to buy it down in there, or if you buy it, you've got to use risk management. The daily is dealing with the 200 EMA, Ronnie. So if we could get over that, and that is 43. So if we get over the 200, that could start a story for it. That could start something nice. So we'll see what happens with the end phase. It's got a few things going for it. The daily has already pushed through the MACD. The weekly is lagging behind and working its way up. So we'll see if the weekly gets to it. That's pretty bullish. All right. Let me get a couple more, and then I'm going to have to get off here. Whew, gosh. Earnings 2-3, yep. Yeah, let's hit Google, Ari. It's my bud Ari on here. How are you, Ari? She'll say, I'm good, Mike. I'm good. Hopefully you're doing all right, my friend. I respect Ari so much. She coaches young girls in basketball and does great things. I love it. Great person. Gonna do good things. Ari, we are getting awfully hot on Google. Awfully hot on Google up here. I'm not on camera, am I? Okay. Let's look at the daily a moment here. I want you to see something right now that I see. See what I see. Hear what I say. I don't like that. Mikey don't likey. That was an increased price movement on decreased momentum. On the daily. Now, we finished off on RSI under the signal line and under 40. So Google to me comes back towards 319 right there. I mean, it's hot, man. This thing has been hot. And then around 310, Ari. That's what I say. And then breakouts, all time highs. That easy for anybody to see. 340, but that's this could be time for consolidation on Google. Looky there at that. How about that? Yeah, watch this. Watch these trend lines. Watch this to break down over the next week or two, or a few days. So if we lost that trend line and then 318 or 319, we could get some pullback. Would totally make sense on Google. Support 295. It's in play. Don't think it ain't. It is. What's the breaker block showing? I'll be watching for a breaker block to flip up there at the top for bears. Google's going to pull back a little bit more. It could stay in this wedge for a little while. We'll see. And then make its move. So I'll have it on alert, but I'm not looking to swing this to the upside a whole lot. Going with a weekly cross down and running out of momentum up there. Let's do Amazon. I did AMD earlier. Let's do all the big boys here right quick. I totally missed this like an idiot the other day trading. Look at that move. Missed it. Amazon, you rascal. $240, man. I'm thinking. Okay, come on now. What y'all think? Is that about right? I would say over 241. It's got a good chance back to the top of this descending line of resistance. It's pretty close. That's the 4 hour. So bullish factors, we are on top of the zero line. We appear to be hooking on the MACD. Looks like it wants to cross back up. Could put us back to the top up here with a target of 246 or so. somewhere in this neighborhood. 247. Previous highs around 249, close to 250 here. If it breaks up out of this wedge, that's very bullish. Let's get a weekly. She's consolidating here. I'd be watching this pennant to break for your direction. It's neutral on the weekly. Leans to the bulls. We're over 50, under 60. So on the weekly, set your alerts at 60 on the RSI and 50 on the RSI. Bit neutral is all best I can say. It's leaning to the bullish side a little bit, in my opinion. It leans to the bullish side. Okay. Palantir. Man, what a consolidation period here. It's having trouble at 169.40. If you get a close here under 165, under 163, there's a big shelf there from November. You can see this candle struggled and it could not close under it. Bulls pushed it back up. Room back to 177. And here's this month's value area low. 169.50. The gap is in here. 169 to 177. That's the play right now. If it chooses to break over about 170, close to it, and hold. Now, we go back here to the 4-hour. This is a tough area for Palantir. Looks like there's a sizable node right here at 170, just about. Right here. 171. With not a lot of room back to the upside, maybe 177, I guess. That would be the gap in between, with some trouble here at 174 in the middle. Momentum's not great. So I don't know. We're under the zero line, trying to curl. So I'm not crazy about swinging this one here right now. Not crazy about it at all. I'll day trade it some, but let me look at something here. I think that's a good breakout level, 170, 120. If we break over it and close, you can see it's rejected 2 times right here at it. Tried to cross, reject, tried to cross, reject. So it's going to have to, it leans a little bearish on the 1 hour. Momentum is about to meet on the MACD to see if it crosses down or not on the 1 hour. Looks like RSI was trying. So I have to see in the morning what it's giving us. Over 170, 130, I might run it back up some. It's kind of how I would do it. Okay. Oh, I'm out. Starting to see doubles, y'all. Okay. Tesla. Let's look at Tesla here a moment. For all you Tesla stressless. Man, she's wanting to break out. That's the wrong kind of line. Can't give up. It just won't give up. I think it's going to struggle up here a little bit. $469. It's not an easy charter, honestly, guys. Yeah, here we go. Let's try that again. Just with the profile, guys. The last 2 run ups. 420. 420. 465. A butt ton of consolidation here. If you're swinging this, it is stuck in this price action. Only one time has it busted out of it. It fell right back through it right there. Okay. So I'll be using like 420 for my support, 465 for the breakout, get you back towards 500. That's the best I've got on it. It's not showing its hand a lot. Like, it's not showing me enough to say, hey, it's about to bust out or it's breaking out. It's just the momentum is not in that place. The MACD is trying to give a cross up. But you can see it just got across 50 on your RSI and stopped. So I could see this totally coming up, back testing half that move, at least, to 440 to see if it holds. Then you got 435 as your next support down. Okay? It's the best I got for you on Tesla. It's a wild one, man. It's stuck. Okay, what else we got here, guys? That's right, DC. Yeah, Apple. Let's do Apple right fast. I've called this one quite nicely if you've watched. Look at my little guy I even put on there for y'all. Did y'all see? It said, buy the dip. Apple Daily bounced right off the 200. And look at that level, guys. 244.70. Look at that bounce. So I said back over 250 for a run to 255. Back under 244.70 to 239, then 234. So if y'all want to screenshot this, those are my levels. They've been paying pretty good, I will say. Let's look at this momentum. So, like, this is what I'm afraid of on Netflix. Like, everybody's just going to go hog wild and start buying it now. We got that first bounce. I called this at 265 to 255. bounced off 255, broke it. Bounced off 244. Let's see if we break it. So I would short this off of either a retest of 255, or if you go short at 250, then like 251 has to be your stop loss. If this wants to go back over. Okay. I think it's still bearish leaning, but this could become consolidation instead of more breakdown. It is the 200 EMA. So your support is 244.70. That is support. If you go long here, 244.70 is your stop loss. Unless you're buying this for 5 or 10 years, then I would say, okay, whatever you want to do if you're DCAing. But the best volume is way down here at 233, and down here where my little shepherd is saying, buy the dip. So that's where it's at. Daily has not flipped the RSI yet. Matter of fact, I think it rejected it. It wants to come down one more time maybe. So that doesn't break 244, but it could retest 244. If it breaks, 239 was my next level. Everybody good with that? I think that's pretty solid. This played perfect the whole way down for me. So it left lots of gaps on its way up, and that's what it's filling some of them. Good. Oh, man. Carla. Pawn said GS. What is GS, brother? It better not be a penny stock, Pawn. Okay. Goldman Sachs. Is that what you want? Goldman Sachs? $8.73 support, brother. I think it's on the verge of losing 50 on your RSI and revisiting 875 right in there. Whatever that is. 875, yep, right in there. Next support's here. I would say under 915 gives you a pretty good run back to 875. Yeah, I don't ever play that. I don't know much about it. Never play it though. Hopefully that helps you, buddy. All right. APLD, somebody said. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up and supporting and for watching. I appreciate you hitting the like button if you have. If you've not, go ahead and hit the like button. If you are here just from YouTube, thank you. I would like to tell you to hit the description in the video if you would like to get some help on your journey, guidance, day trading every day and investing, learning the charts. I would love to help you with that. the top link is the link to the Discord, to the Stocks with Josh Discord. That is my link. That supports me big time. So anybody in here that would want to join, come join us. We do some pretty awesome things over there. Work hard for you all the time, live day trading with you all the time, and you can ask anybody in here. I'll give you everything I got. And we would love to have you. Don't go on this journey by yourself because you'll get lost. And that's what most people do for the longest time. It's what I did too. And yeah, so I have a lot of classes. We live trade. We do all kinds of stuff. When crypto's moving, we do crypto. Got a lot of good teachers in there, and we'd love to have you. So if you hit the description, you want to join, come over and join us. And if you are interested in coaching, I do one-on-one coaching. I do group coaching. I've got another group class next Saturday. I put it on Discord yesterday if you want to register. If you're from YouTube and you want to join, you can email me. You can hit the description in the video. My email is the last thing down there in the bottom of the description, okay? Thanks, Nina. I'm glad you're here, my friend. Go get her, thank you. I give you, I promise you, I give you everything I got. I try to go above and beyond. I helped a lady today that just an older lady that needed some help. So I try to help everybody I can because I know what it's like not having any help and not knowing what you're doing and not know, not this seems like Chinese arithmetic to you, like you don't know what's going on. You can remedy that by getting in the right community and taking your time and going slow and learning. I'd encourage any young people to get involved and learn all you can learn and start investing. I'm going to tell you too, I'm going to start posting every week. All my people, I want you to, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Anything I say is not for you to, anything I say doesn't mean for you to buy, sell, or hold any asset. I'm just giving my opinions. But we should be dropping a dead even amount into long-term ETFs every week. Anytime you get a red day, that's when I do my buys, or a red week. QQQ, SPYVOO, and just leave them alone and let them ride, guys, for 20 years. I always try to do that every week. Often I do more than I made myself pledge to do. I try to do double that if I can. If I've had a good week day trading, most weeks are pretty good weeks. I take my drawdown and it goes straight into long-term investing every week. I'm going to throw a hypothetical number out there, but if I go from, let's say I went from $5,000 to 7,500 in my scalping. Well, that 2,500 draws down and goes to long-term investing. Doesn't matter the amount. If you're able to take 20 to 25 or 20 to 30, you take that 5K or that 10K and go to long-term investing, guys. SPYQQQVOO. Just do it and leave it alone. You'll be so glad in 10, 15, 20 years, you'll be so glad you did that. I promise you it will grow. It will always grow. Okay, APLD. This thing's been stout. I will tell you, we're coming up on all-time highs, and most likely you'll struggle up here around $40. It's just natural. It's going to do that probably. It has left a gap this time all the way down to 25. So rejection again up here could give us a pullback to 33. Then a pullback to around 25 right there. It's a decent gap to be filled along the way. So if you lose this upper shelf up here, wouldn't be surprised to get a pullback back down into this region 30, 29 to 30, and then back down into the 25 range. Or things get crazy great and it breaks out over 40. And it's looking strong. I will say it's looking strong on the daily. It's looking strong on the weekly. This time could be a smaller move in momentum with a bit of another step up. If you get no more price action breakout here, then momentum has ceased and we will start slowly fading the top up here. So we'll see what happens. This volume up here pales in comparison to this volume down here. But, a lot of this was accumulation for a long time, so that's the levels though that I would watch. Okay. Yeah, somebody's asked DraftKings I'll hit DraftKings right fast. Everybody's going to want to know because Super Bowl's coming up, right? I can only say this thing has not been that impressive to me as a swing trades or invest. Like I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. But there could be a play here. Looks to me like we're going to come back down and test 28 again, 27, something. Yeah, right in here. This $26 area. Nice historic levels. And then again here at 28.70. We're folding back down under the zero line. So we came up. We failed to make a new high. We're going to retest these lows. Now this is where if it's going to pick up buyers, volume will step in. We'll get a return on another flip over on RSI and MACD. But to me, it's coming on back down here to about 29, right in there, or 26. If you lose 29, 26 is next step. I don't look for it to lose 26, but if it do lose 26, there is some room down, my people. Right now, you're on the bottom of this consolidation. Look at all this. 26 to 50. 30 to 52. 25.50 to 37. So maybe this is a double bottom test here for another move back up. Looks like it likes 37 there. So that would be ultimately what you'd have to break over to run back to the highs at 50. Right. There you go. That's my levels on DraftKings. Okay. All right, my friends. I already done SMCI. I've already done Micron. CRML. Somebody else said that. CRML. Man, why ain't nobody telling me these on support? The breakout was over 11 there. That dinosaur back there. Uh, hmm. I'd about bet you got a move to 2350 coming here. That's your last high back there. It has to stay over 1940. Okay. So I would make 1940 my support right now. Close that Discord. Sorry, guys. I think I already done now. Didn't I do NOW, y'all? Okay. Yeah, I would make 1940 my support. It has fight and clawed its way up through here. Not a bad run at all. This monthly's getting a nice run. Critical metals. That's a new one on me. I guess that's why it's on fire. So yeah. Over 2350 for the breakout. Now, please. Thanks, Mike. I think I did now. Yeah. I think you're going to come back to close to 114, 115. Maybe 120. Got close the other day. Looking like it wants to do a flushy flush on the momentum. So better keep your eye on that bad boy. If it breaks through this 112, maybe 110 right there, and then you got a trip back to 90 right in there. Yeah, watch out, man. Sitting on 40. Last time it did bounce here on 40. So this is support right here, around 120. if 120 can hold, you know, if you wanted to take position in this zone for a bounce, not a bad idea or play. That's the monthly. That's the monthly chart, guys. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, I did do this one first thing because I got this hook. I think 120 is your support on this. I would use these lows 125 or 120 as my stop. You got some room back. You do have some room back up through here. So, yeah, it don't look bad. Doesn't look bad. You got to get the flip up on the MACD and back through 40 on your RSI. All right. Whew, I'm going to call it. I did meta too. Yep. Oh my gosh. How do you get your options to load so fast? Jay Hanzo. Normally, I won't close. Sometimes on Monday it gets me. They're resetting. But if I've already got them loaded, like right now, they're loaded. I've got tomorrow's date picked. So I can go ahead and choose, like, if pre-market's at 688, I just go ahead and click on it and get and I'll be ready to buy at market. Same with if I got Google up or something like that. I just don't close it the night before. All right, my friends. I'm gonna call it there. Try to catch the last of the ball game. I appreciate you so much. Y'all know I love you. Boom, baby. We're gonna take it easy in the morning. See what the market gives us. Right now, the SPY is down a little bit in the nighttime session. It lost. Well, it's back to lows. Friday lows. About 686 here. So we don't want to lose 686. If so, we got a little room down, I believe. But we'll see what pre-market gives us in the morning. All right. All right, my friends. Everything kind of dumped except Amazon. What's it doing overnight? Kind of holding up, yeah. I think I was, I liked the Amazon chart. It was a little neutral. It's in that wedge. I think it could get back up to the top of this wedge, 246. 248 was the last highs. So, yeah, Amazon doesn't look horrible on the daily. We'll see if we get across 60 and break out of 248 right here. That would kind of be the trigger for another move up on Amazon. Right in here at 248. Around 239 or so, 240. Yeah, 240. Around 240 would be. $240. That's weekly highs and the previous week highs. And then it's that Tuesday's lows right there. That's a pretty important level. I'd say over 240 for Amazon could get the ball rolling back up some. That may be the play this week. I don't know. We'll see what pre-market's looking like in the morning. A lot of the other ones I just wasn't crazy about. So, yep. All right, guys. I love you. Appreciate you. Ons, pretty please. Oh, man. Again, guys, hit the description in the video. Come join the Discord. Come over, join with us. That's my link for the Stocks with Josh Discord. If you're here from YouTube, come join us. Give us a chance. I promise you can benefit. You can learn. Just got to take your time and narrow your focus. Maybe you've been in the Discord for a little while. Guys, I also say if you're in the Discord at like the middle tier, the lower tier, if you use my link to upgrade with, that's a big help to me. So thank you if you decide to do that. Sitting on support, brother. About 1180. Sitting on support, 1180. If 1180 fails, there is nothing to catch you. It will fall hard all the way back to 930. Okay. So $2.50 down if you lose this support. This is your support. If it's broke, then got to get a candle close under it. So that's ons. You did get a cross down. You got a cross down on the RSI. You're heading towards 50. So if you lose 50, get in the bear's hands. This thing's going to inch on towards the zero lines, and then we'll see if it loses that support. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. Appreciate you. Hit that like button for me. This coming Saturday, be doing another group session on scalping. You can register for that if you would like to do that. Those are 3-hour courses I teach. It'll be only on TradingView and scalping. Okay. I'll use several different tools and methods to show you what I do. This was a 2-hour session just now. So, all right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. What's that yellow line on your RSI? DS, that's the signal line. Come join me. I'll show you what that is, brother. Thank you, Sim. Fat Tony, I'll be live as usual. Yes, sir. Love you guys. Peace. I'm out of here.